Hello darlings. You are welcome to my channel Z Star Africa, your home of drama. This week on Sacred Love, hearts shatter, secrets surface, and emotions overflow. As Ranbir survives a terrifying accident, Meghla is forced to confront the feelings she's been running from. But just when love dares to speak, rejection strikes harder than ever. From fiery confrontations to bitter confessions, families are divided, loyalties tested, and one simple call leaves everything hanging in silence. Will love find a way, or is it already too late? Stay tuned till the end. You don't want to miss a single twist in this emotional storm. Sunday, 6th July, 2025. Late at night, a distraught Meghla calls Guruji in tears, revealing that Ranbir has been in an accident. While he's initially concerned, his tone shifts when she expresses how much Ranbir means to her. He reminds her that she was trained to be a devoted sadhika, not someone distracted by love. Deeply hurt, Meghla ends the call, heartbroken that even her mentor now misunderstands her. At the hospital, Ranbir assures his worried family he'll be fine. But tensions rise when Joravar scolds him for choosing Meghla over Adrija, blaming him for the family's embarrassment. Ranbir defends Meghla, saying the accident wasn't her fault and that he only wanted to understand her rejection before walking away for good. Elsewhere, Meghla prays for his recovery, regretting not meeting him one last time. She pours her emotions into song, singing Tere Mere Nana with aching sorrow. Later, Meher and Simran try to keep things calm as Chandan and Adrija arrive to see Ranbir. Meher warns Adrija to keep the visit brief, which she respectfully agrees to. Inside, when someone enters the room, Ranbir's heart skips, hoping it's Meghla. Monday, 7th July, 2025. Chandan visits Ranbir in the hospital, offering comfort and promising to bring his favorite dark chocolate. Ranbir is touched by the gesture, but it's clear he's hoping for someone else, Meghla. When Chandan leaves, Adrija chooses to stay behind, but Ranbir gently tells her it wasn't necessary. She senses his disappointment and suggests he could have gone home to speak to Meghla. Ranbir explains he needed privacy for that talk and hoped she'd understand. The next day, Meghla arrives late to Guruji's music class, visibly emotional. Guruji is upset but soon notices her distress and pulls her aside. When he gently asks if she's missing Ranbir, Meghla hesitates, then nods, though she insists she doesn't plan to visit him. Guruji observes that she seems lost, no longer passionate about music or sure of her feelings. Meghla breaks down, admitting she's overwhelmed and came to him for comfort. He reminds her that love often doesn't make sense, but her tears speak volumes. If she truly didn't care, she wouldn't be so broken. Meanwhile, Ranbir is discharged from the hospital. Harman, Simran, and Param cheer him up as they escort him to Joravan's car. Outside, Adrija hands over medicine and paperwork to Simran, expressing her concern for Ranbir. He thanks her sincerely. Back at the academy, Meghla confesses to Guruji that ever since Ranbir last dropped her home, she's felt a strange ache. Guruji reassures her that this is what love feels like. It's quiet, confusing, and scary. But she's not alone. He offers to go with her to see Ranbir, urging her to stop running from the truth. Overwhelmed, Meghla finally embraces her feelings and her Guruji, realizing what her heart has known all along. Tuesday, 8th July, 2025. Ranbir prepares to leave the hospital as Joravar arrives with the car. Chandan shows up looking for Adrija and exchanges polite words with Ranbir, who then opens up about his decision. He tells Chandan that although their families had agreed to the marriage, Meghla wasn't truly happy, and for that reason, he's officially calling it off. Adrija quietly celebrates, pleased with the news. Elsewhere, Meghla seeks comfort from her Guruji, asking him to sing. but he gently insists that only meeting Ranbir will bring her peace. Though hesitant about what her family will say, she agrees to go, with him nearby for support. Outside the hospital, Adrija watches smugly as Ranbir prepares to leave, thinking nothing can stop her from becoming his wife now. But just then, Meghla appears, running toward Ranbir with Guruji waiting in a nearby car. Adrija is furious, but Chandan stops her from interfering. Simran and Joravar argue over Meghla's sudden appearance. Joravan's resentment boils over, revealing his deep bias against Meghla, while favoring Adrija. Meghla finally reaches Ranbir and, through trembling words, confesses her heart. She tells him she's done running, and that she wants to marry him, no more doubts, no more confusion. But Ranbir, still hurt and guarded, questions whether her change of heart is just pity over his accident. Meghla insists it's not, but he cuts her off, asking her to leave. Her presence, he says, only reminds him of rejection and pain. As she stands broken and in tears, Ranbir delivers one last blow. I can handle your rejection, but not your pity. And he walks away, leaving Meghla heartbroken in the street. Wednesday, 9th July, 2025. Ranbir leaves the hospital with his family as Adrija watches on, bitter. Guruji tells Chandan he brought Meghla safely, and she breaks down in tears, hugging Chandan. Guruji reminds her that her pain will one day shape her song. Chandan takes her home. At home, Ranbir is warmly welcomed, though Meher and Dadi scold him for worrying them. Meanwhile, Mahua confronts Meghla for disappearing and is shocked to learn she went with Guruji to see Ranbir. Adrija mocks Meghla for crying in front of Ranbir, claiming her tears failed to win him over. Joravar accuses Ranbir of being distracted and even hints at an affair. Ranbir denies it, while Adrija surprisingly defends Meghla by pointing out she was with Guruji. Tension grows as Chandan scolds Adrija for speaking disrespectfully. The atmosphere at home worsens when Meher and Joravar clash over Kamal's memory, and Meher feels unappreciated. Meanwhile, Adrija lashes out, accusing Chandan of loving outsiders more than his own daughter. Meghla is stunned, hurt by being labeled an outsider, and questions why Adrija would say such a thing. Thursday, 10th July, 2025. Meher and Joravar argue over his lack of care, but Simran reminds everyone to be grateful. Ranbir is back home safe. Meher softens and insists on taking care of Ranbir herself, with support from Dadi and Dadu. Joravar, however, throws a jab, saying the accident cost him heavily. Ranbir snaps back, making it clear he has no interest in marrying Adrija or Meghla. Meanwhile, Meghla is hurt by being called an outsider. When she asks Mahua and Chandan why Adrija said that, they avoid the truth and send her to rest. Chandan reflects on how Meghla now understands her feelings, but Ranbir has already rejected her. Later, Ranbir stands firm in his decision, and Meher supports him, saying love must come first in marriage. In her room, Meghla longs to hear Ranbir's voice one last time. She calls, but he doesn't answer. When he eventually calls back, he's cold, telling her to stop worrying and move on. Meghla agrees and ends the call quietly. Adrija, who overheard everything, mocks her, but Meghla finally pushes back, telling her to stop spying and stay out of her life.